Greetings, humans! Welcome all! Are we ready for another Doom Room? Are we ready to meet our Maker, whoever they may be, or not? Welcome everyone, it is Sunday afternoon. I hope everybody is having a lovely weekend. There's not a lot I can do about it if you're not, to be honest. If you're not having a nice weekend, I'm very sorry, but I don't know that I can help. Other than offer you a little bit of chaos, maybe some casual cannibalism. If that sounds like your thing, stick around. If not, I bid you adieu. Greetings, Sock Monkey. Welcome. Hello. If that sounds like your thing, stick around. If not, I bid you adieu. Greetings, Sock Monkey. Welcome. Hello. Same thing. Hello, Logie boy. Chloe, you woke up half an hour ago. The human feels like she woke up half an hour ago, but like I say, she doesn't have an excuse. She hasn't been working hard. No. Greetings, Ruth. Welcome. Greetings, all. I'm so pleased you could join me. Are we ready for a little bit of chaos? Some casual cannibalism? Are we? Good. Because that is what we do on a Sunday, after all. What else would we do? So, is everyone ready? Who have we got? We've got everyone. I can't believe I'm behind the messages already. We've got Sock Monkey, we've got Nikki, we've got Chloe, we've got Logie Boy, we've got Josh, and we've got Ruth, and we've got Apple User. Yes, the fucking blanket. Yes. The human got to sleep last night. Well, that's a bold assumption, Chloe. The human might have had the time. That doesn't mean that she did, sadly. But yes, in many ways, it's easier when you have to go to work and it's busy, isn't it? Because then you don't notice that time is dragging. It's dragging. Nikki, you need a hug. Hello, do I do song requests? No, I do not sing. Unless someone subs, then they get the sub song. But other than that, no. Yes. Nikki, you hope we wash the fucking blanket. when I call it a fucking blanket, I don't mean that's its purpose. Just a blanket is its purpose. It doesn't have that special use. But Nikki needs a hug. So I suppose I'd better move in. Oh, yes, and I do sing if it's someone's birthday. But now I have to say, I won't believe it if anyone says it's their birthday. I think they're just trying to get me to sing. But Nikki needs a hug. Come on, Nikki, bring it in. Bring it in now. There we go. Greetings, Anachronistor. I hope you joined at the right time. Oh, Frogis did. Excellent. Nikki, it is not your birthday. Nikki, you say that every bloody week. Hello, Kyle. I was like a teacher taking a register, just seeing who's here. Hello, Masks the artist. Hello. I love me too. Yeah. I'm so modest. Anyway, everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining me. It is Sunday. Is it the first Sunday of the year? Yes, it's the first Sunday of the year. January's a bit shit though, isn't it? Eh? It's not always the best. So if you're soldiering through it, well done. Well done. Hello, Skip. Is it colder than usual? It's quite chilly in this room where I do this, Skip. Yeehaw! I assure you I'm stone cold sober. Frogis, I missed your birthday. Did I really, Frogis? Did you not get a happy birthday song before? Do we trust Frogis? Well, of course we don't trust Frogis, but I mean, do we trust him on this? January is very much like if Tipo was a month. Tipo is the only one who is soldiering through it. She's doing very well. Tipo is January is the month to be grumpy, I think. Even if you don't want to. even if you don't want to be grumpy. January makes you grumpy against your will, doesn't it? I think so. Anyway, we're not here to be grumpy. We're here for some chaos and casual cannibalism. All the C sounds. Hard C's, but I don't want to say anything else. Alonzi, I'm very very disturbed at what Zula started yesterday with the glasses, but hey ho. Hello, Rich. Welcome. Happy New Year. Yes. Is anyone? Oh dear, have I lost my words? Have I lost my words already? I've only been going 6 minutes. Apple user Zula does a better Alonzi. Well, hooray for fucking Zula. You'll have to put up with my Alonzi. Do you know what, Apple user? I'm going to do it purposefully, half-hearted. I'm going to do half-hearted Alonzis now, just to wind you up. Yeah, and wait for your precious Zula. Alonzi. Okay? You brought it upon yourself. It's your own time you're wasting. The bell is for me, not you. Anyway, yes, Ruth, they are quite a nice fit, aren't they? Aren't they? Hello, Benjamin. Happy 2024 to you as well. Hello, Amira. If bed bugs live in beds, where do ladybugs live? Please don't break the human this early on. And Demi, welcome. Happy New Year to everybody who's joined me for the first time this year. Hello, welcome to you all. Nice to have you all back. And Marcus too. Good evening. Good evening. Very formal. Very formal. Anyway, after I've wished everyone a Happy New Year and said hello to everybody, what are we here for? Oh yes, we're here to do a Doom Room, which, as some of you know, it's supposed to be an escape room, but the lingering threat of death is is ever present. So that's what we're going to do to try and cheer up our Sundays if we can. John, are you still drunk? No, but I am, so everything's fine. Hello, Ace. Your lord is here. Amira, you haven't been around for a while, I know, but it's very nice to have you back. Life happens, doesn't it? Hello, Marcus. I hope you're ready for a swift demise. Well, it's not so swift. It'll probably take us an hour to get there. But it's okay. I promise you will die. Okay? Yes, a reminder, if you are a subscriber, there will be a sub-only live at this time tomorrow. And if you're not a subscriber, why not? There'll be a gold Alonzi. There will be a gold star somewhere. And you can subscribe. Shall we move on? Am I drunk? Do you know what? I'm not, but I'll really do my best to be by the end of this. Nikki, are you asking what is a Doom Room? Really, Nikki? How many of these have you done now? So for those of you who don't know, it's like an escape room, but it's like a story with puzzles and different endings. And we will lose the will to live somewhere in the middle. Yeah. That's how it goes. Marcus, am I going to kill you in the new year? Not immediately, but yes. And Accuracy the Human will do our best to remind you tomorrow, but we can't promise. We can't promise. Death's inevitable all round, Amira, yes. Anyway, Skip, you did just resubscribe, and I do indeed owe you a song. Okay, are we ready for this? This is the first time we've heard the subscription song this year. The human was going to try and do a new subscription song, but I know none of you will be surprised to know she hasn't fucking done it. So, Skip, here is we'll call it the classic subscription song for you, okay? Any second now. Oh, deep breath, everybody. It's not that long. It'll feel like it, but it's not. Their name was Yeehaw! Skip. They became a live sub. Now they have cool emotes to use and a human to abuse. Make her do silly shit. It's fun, I must admit. And you get a badge next to your name so you won't want to quit. Now you're welcome. Welcome to Live Subs with weirdness, illusion, and lots of confusion. Now you've live subbed. Now you can slay. Right, well, if that hasn't scared the shit out of any of you, it certainly scared the shit out of me. Alonzi. So, so that has put me behind with the messages. So I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just going to have to catch up a little. Bear with. But thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm so adorable, aren't I? Thank you, everybody. Welcome. Alonzi. 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 I'm scared. Alonzi. Froggius. Alonzi. Oh my goodness. Oh, what up, bro? I don't know about anyone else. I mean, forget breaking the human. I think I'm broken now. That was an Alonzi marathon. Thank you. I think. Thank you. Oh, we have another sub. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so far behind with the messages. Let me see who I'm supposed to be singing to next. And then we might do the escape room. Where are we? Oh, hello, Lady Neighbour. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry. I get very far behind with the messages when this starts. And I don't know who. Oh, it was Josh. Josh, right? Okay, Josh, you get the subscription song. Are we all ready? Are we all ready for the subscription song? Ace, you subbed a few days back. Ace, I think you've had the subscription song more than anybody. Don't... Right, let's do the subscription song for Josh. Who should I do it in the style of? Shall I do it as if I'm Kure? I'll do an impression of Kure doing the subscription song. And I'm still really far behind with the messages, but thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Here's the subscription song for Josh. And then we'll need to think of a new subscription goal, because we've just hit it. Oh, that was the... that was the last... Well done, human. Well done. With you behind the scenes, Alonzi. This all makes sense. This will all make sense in the playback, won't it? Right. Here's the subscription song for Josh. Their name was Josh. They became a live sub. Now they have cool emotes to use and a human to abuse. Oh! It's fun, I must admit. And you get a badge next to your name so you won't want to quit. Now you're welcome. Welcome to Live Subs with weirdness, illusion, and lots of confusion. Now you've live subbed. Now you can slay! There we go. We'll let it run the full, the full whole 45 seconds there. And I know I said I was going to do it in the style of Corey, but I forgot halfway through. So never mind. Take a breath, human. It's going to be fine. Human, it's going to be fine. We're only 15 minutes in. It's going to be fine. Alonzi! Everything's fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? We're fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine. Ruth, thank you for a hard-farting corgi. I still don't understand that one, you know. I like it very much, but it's the way it looks behind as if it wants you to do something. I don't know. I don't know about that corgi. I don't trust it entirely. But thank you all the same. So, what were we doing? Yes, we're supposed to be doing an escape room. Amira, you'd like to rewrite a song for us? As you're supposed to compose a piece for Music GCSE. I don't know what to say. I would be very, very grateful, obviously, but I can't help but feel I'm leading you astray terribly. I don't think I should be a distraction. Oh, steady on, human, steady on. All the rooms sound dodgy. Oh, John, you don't know the half of it yet. So what usually happens on a Sunday is we try and do an escape room where it's like a nice little story with puzzles. And then what actually happens is it just turns into a nobody knows what they're doing and even I lose track. Alonzi! Which I believe is what some people have come to enjoy most. So, greetings, Mr. Werewolf Dude. I'm not sure if I said hello to you and hello, Kaluni, which I believe is what some people have come to enjoy most. So, greetings, Mr. Werewolf Dude. I'm not sure if I said hello to you and hello, Kaluni. Sometimes whole sections are missing and we read the wrong bit in the wrong order. But other than that, they're usually pretty solid. I'm going to let the human take a sip and then I think we might just begin. Right. Human has taken more than a sip. She's taken a giant gulp. Alonzi. So, what should our next goal be? Something else. Something. Our next goal will be something else, but we don't know what. Human, get your head out of shot. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Jesse? Hey. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, if you have any... Jesse? Hey. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, if you have any... yeah, we'll think about what our next sub-goal should be. Fluff chips. Nikki, are you... Oh, who have I... Right, someone I've just accidentally sent an invite to, and I don't mean it. And I don't know how I've done it, but I'm very, very sorry. But I've just hit... The humans just hit the wrong button. So I'm sorry whoever was on the receiving end of that. Right, human, now you really should keep your fingers to yourself. Honestly, she's so much trouble. Mutu, hello, you think T-Po should be doing... It was you, Chloe. I'm very sorry. I don't know how the human did it. T-Po should do motivational quotes to help people with their troubles. Okay, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see about that for next week. If there's any lagging or problems, I'm very, very sorry. Nikki, you like the human's fingers? Let's not, Nikki. please. Oh, Alonzi! Alonzi! This is... right, let's get rid of that goal. Let's get rid of that goal, and we'll add a new goal. We'll customize the number, and we'll say that Tipo, motivation with Tipo. Oh, you all heard my thoughts then. My lips didn't move. Motivation. Human, calm down. Oh dear, this is very trying, isn't it? For in case you don't know, I'm updating the subscription code now. Or the humans, yeehaw! Or the humans trying. There we go. I think we have a new subscription goal. Yeah, okay. That wasn't at all painful, was it? That wasn't at all painful or scary or anything. Right. Should we start the escape room? Is there any point now? Right. Let's see, shall we? Let's see where we wake up, and let's see if we can do this doom room, escape room, whether we'll live or die. I know what my money's on. Right, I'm going to let the human cough. Apologies. Apologies for that. It probably doesn't sound terribly nice on your end. On your end? Not up your end anyway. Right, let's start an escape room. Let's see where we get to, shall we? It's always worth it, isn't it? I don't know. You wake up on a cold floor, but there's nothing unusual about that. It looks like 2024 is going to carry on where 2023 left off. You get to your feet and look around to find yourself in a large, spacious waiting room. But you only think that because of the rows of seats. You realise you're actually in an airport, a rather small airport. Can I read the human's mind to know when the human is going to cough? You feel it. all of these fur hairs, you know, you feel tremors. Yeah. Anyway, the first thing you notice is a large door marked exit. But it's locked, of course. You'll need a key to unlock it. You notice another door marked bar, which looks equally as inviting to you, but this is also locked. It has a keypad next to the door. You need a 4-digit code to open it. It's a shame you're very thirsty. Alonzi! Oh, this is testing the old coordination, isn't it? Isn't it? The rest of the room has about what you'd expect from a small airport. There's a small shop, no doubt full of very ordinary items at very extraordinary prices, and there's plenty of seating, most of which is covered in discarded food wrappers and old magazines. So it looks like it's time for you to get out of here. The exit, the bar, and the security doors are locked for now, so that leaves the shop or the seating to explore. So you can look in the shop or at the seats. Those are your choices. Those are your choices. So, while you make your choices, there is there's a poll there to decide. You can vote if you want to look at the shops or the seats. Human is a little bit clumsy today. I don't know if you keep noticing her hands flicking around and her head just appearing, but I think it's going to be one of those lives. It's going to be one of those lives, you know. Yeah. Apple user, don't worry. I don't think we're actually going to get in the air. Especially not after Alonzi. Not after all of those reports of bits flying off of planes. Terrifying, isn't it? Yeah, human, wash the hands. Hello, Yvonne. Happy Epiphany. Now, right. So when does Epiphany start? Let's have the whole 12 days debate, okay? Does it start on the 5th or the 6th? When were you supposed to have had your decorations down? When is 12 days? And is this just another excuse for a drink? Because I can get behind that. Right. Friday was the 12 days. The 6th is the last day of Christmas. Yvonne, you've still got yours up. You like the lights. I must admit, we are really, really, really missing the lights here. Everything else. Chloe, you've just gifted some roses that have made all of these things pop up on my screen, and I have no clue what they mean. You are now the title gifter. And a rose will be lit up on my gift gallery? So sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle of a fever dream. You know, I've been doing TikTok for a while now. I've done a few lives in my time, and I still don't really have a fucking clue what's going on, you know. But thank you for the gifts, everybody. Thank you. Right. Oh fuck, I've forgotten what the vote was. Was it the shop? Oh dear, I did say it was going to be one of those lives, didn't I? And Agnes, you have 2 decorations. I mean, why not? Why not? Chloe, you don't know either, but it told you 10 more and you get a title. Well, you did get a title. You are the title gifter. I hope you're very happy with that. Well done. It was shop. Thank you, Agnes. Let's look in the shop, shall we? Constantly have no clue. Amira, you have to go, but it's your birthday next Saturday and you might pop in. Well, whoever is hosting might sing to you then. I think that's probably a fair bet that you'll have happy birthday sung to you next weekend. So happy birthday for next weekend, Amira. Farewell. Farewell. Right, shop. Let's have a look in the shop. You decide to investigate the shop. It's small and not very well stocked. It looks like it's either been robbed or it's been part of a riot. There's a till which looks untouched and secure, or there's a door marked staff only, but it appears to be unlocked. So, till or door? Oh, spin with me, that was called. Froggies, spin with me. Again, it sounds like code, doesn't it? Like Zula, I'm just off to kiss a chicken yesterday. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? Right, till or door. Let's just do it in the comments. 2 doors, 3 tills, 4 tills. Till wins. Let's do it that way. Till, it doesn't necessarily have cash in it, Negrista. Lots of people don't have cash anymore. Right. Oh, till's definitely one. Definitely. You forgot about the chicken kisser. Well, we all tried, Froggies, but it's quite tricky to forget, I think. Anyway, you decide to take a closer look at the till. You tap a few of the buttons, but nothing happens. It doesn't look like it has any power. You could just follow the power cord from the till to the socket and switch it on. It would really be quite simple. But it would also be as simple to pick the till up and hurl it across the tiny shop, and you would enjoy that so much more. It is January, after all. So you pick the till up and throw it as far as you can. The sound of plastic and metal breaking and shattering against a hard floor is so satisfying. Sadly, there's not a lot in the till. Only a plastic card. It looks like a key card, so you pop it in your pocket and decide to wreak destruction somewhere else. So, you found a key card. You can still look in the door, or you can look at the seats, or if you're really smart, you can remember where the card goes, what door that unlocks. But I can't remember. Oh dear, human, I really wanted the first escape room of the year to be all smooth and slick and suave and pow pow pow, and this is this is just ridiculous. And I think it's all your fault, human. Oh, there it is. Alonzi. Whew. For a minute I thought the human had missed this part, but no, we got here. Yes, Skip, it was going to be pow, pow, pow. It was going to be all good and fun and on it. But there is a vote going to decide whether we want to look through the door at the seats or find out where the key card goes. You think security? It was customs, wasn't it? Was it customs? What was that? Human's going to have a look. Yes, it was. Well remembered, Chloe. Jesus. Human with the head. Come on. Human, am I sitting too far away from you? Is that the problem? Puh. Anyway. Froggies, if you want a hug, you have only to say... yes, Appleuse, I'm afraid it is very much New Year, same human. She tries so hard. That's the worst bit. She could just be half-assed. Alonzi. She could be half-assed, get more rest, and achieve exactly the same thing. Hello, Max, you have something to say. Welcome. The dead sheep might be the problem. Do you mean my luxurious blanket? Mutu, do you? Do you know what? I'm going to let the human take a sip while we wait for the end of the vote to see where we're going to go. And even then, it'll be lucky if we get there, won't it? Eh? Alonzi! Right now, the human's going to take a sip. There we go. Alonzi! Well played, Froggies, well played. So we're going to look through the door, everybody. We're going to look through the door. Nikki, it's not the human's fucking blanket. That's not what we use it for. It's because nobody seems to like it. So I call it... It doesn't matter. Let's move on. Door, what door? I know. Oh, please forgive the human for a cough right in the middle of that. Rich, is the Alonzi a Doctor Who thing? Right, so what happened, Rich, is yesterday... Froggies gifted the glasses gift, and Zula, I mean, fuck knows why Zula said this. Zula should have known better. But Zula opened their big mouth, Alonzi. Zula opened their big mouth and said, oh, why don't you all decide what I should say when the glasses appear? You really would think Zula would know better, but there they go. And, oh, what up, bro? I mean... Yeah. But Zula did it much, much more enthusiastically, you see. But I'm doing it that way. So, yes, that's why we have to say Alonzi when the glasses come up. And we will never again ask your opinion. Kyle, imagine Tipo saying it. I would imagine it will drain the enthusiasm from any living creature within a 50-mile radius, if Tipo said it. You feel like the audience missed an opportunity. Alonzi. Anyway, we're going to look through the door. And the new sub goal, if we get 2 more subs, then Tipo will be doing a live and we can find out just how depressing she would be if she said Alonzi. Tipo is misunderstood. Is she? Is she though? I think I understand Tipo perfectly. And I wish I understood less. Yeah. So we're going to look through the door, and it's going to be a terrible anticlimax now. You decide to explore the door marked staff only. Slay, Paula! Welcome. Welcome. You decide to explore the door marked staff only. You push open the door to find the most depressing staff room you've ever come across, and you've seen some shit ones in your time. There's a single seat, a crusty kettle, and some mouldy tea bags. Maybe it was the staff that rioted and destroyed the shop. There's also a large notice board covered with a mixture of hastily printed warnings and ineffective motivational phrases. But you also notice 2 playing cards pinned to the board, the 3 of hearts and the 4 of clubs. That seems very odd. The rest of the deck is nowhere to be seen. Maybe it will mean something later. Right. So next you can look at the seating, or you can use the key card. Hola, Emma. And I'm going to let the human take a little sip and have a little cough. So it's seating or using the key card. The vote is ready. Thank you very much. Sip, human. There we go. Right. Human has sipped. If anyone's interested, human is sipping Guinness again today. Highly recommend it. Christmas booze still around. I mean, as if that's our excuse. What's our excuse going to be in June, eh? Christmas booze still around then? Is it, human? You expect us to believe that? Sipping, I know, she knocked it back like you wouldn't believe. Right. So the poll is going, we're pretty close actually between keycard and seating. Human again wafting your arms about. What did the human get me for Christmas? Mr. Weldo, she got me a copy of Slay magazine. Available from Amazon. Follow the link in my profile. Human, I think that is the slickest thing you have ever done. I'm gobsmacked. It will never happen again. Human was ready with an absolutely shameless plug. My goodness, human, even you're shocked, aren't you? Alonzi. That was absolutely shameless. Emma, have you missed Ed Carl? No, Emma, we've barely got going. Don't worry. Right, human with the head. We're going to try... We're going to try the key card. We're going to try the key card. Chloe, yes, the human did get me a copy of Slay, which has an expose of what happened with my planet, a personal interview with moi, with yours truly. Right, yeah, what are we doing again? We're looking at... We're trying the key card we found. We're trying the key card. And yeah, don't worry, Dead Carl hasn't rocked up yet. So let's use the key card. You try the key card you found on the card reader next to the customs door. Obviously. You push the door open and walk into the room. You're expecting to find a room filled with technology or maybe lots of paperwork, but instead you find a room filled with junk. It's just full of lost property. You kick a couple of suitcases out the way as you try to explore the room, but if there was anything useful in here, you're not sure you'd ever find it amongst all the crap. Your optimism is fading fast when you notice a suitcase that seems to be sat on its own. You begin unzipping it when the case starts to bulge, as if something is moving inside. You step away just as the contents of the suitcase burst free. A large snake leaps, yes, leaps, from the suitcase and rushes in your direction. You suppose the poor thing must be as confused as you, but you also think it looks like a bit of a dick, so you do your best to get out of the way. But as you knock over a shelf full of duty-free perfume and booze, spilling the highly flammable liquids all over the snake doesn't seem bothered and continues slithering toward you, so you continue to try and get out of its way. But as you do, you knock over a second shelf full of lighters and matches, all of which manage to ignite as they tumble in a curious and unlikely coincidence and land on top of the boozy-scented snake. You can only watch in complete and absolute shock and surprise as the snake is instantly incinerated, leaving behind nothing but a few ashes. Amongst the ashes, you also notice a metal disc, like you'd find on a pet collar. Do you? You do. You examine the disc as you wonder, who's Alonzi? Do you often wonder, Alonzi, do you? You examine the disc as you wonder whose poor dog the snake must have eaten. It certainly made you less sympathetic about that snake now. The disc has 2 numbers written on it, 6 and 8. You put the disc in your pocket and decide you've probably done enough damage in this room. I think it'll take more than CPR to help. I think at this point it's saying some sort of prayer, maybe? I don't know. Chloe, you'd like to try the recipes? You'd like to try the recipes? Any suggestion for a dead card substitution? Any decomposing human flesh will do. I suggest walking around a graveyard in the dead of night with a shovel and a torch and, just seeing whatever takes your fancy, really. You see one you like the look of, maybe you want a fresh one, maybe you want one that's been aged a bit more. The meat will be a bit tougher, you'll have to cook it a bit longer. I think one of the cooking notes might be that you need to adjust the cooking times depending on how fresh it is. But yeah, go for it. I hope that answers your question, Chloe. You've got to have a hobby. 2024, new year, new hobby. I don't know what we're doing now. So yes, in case you don't know, Chloe is going to try some of the recipes in Slay Magazine from Chef Dead Carl himself. Oh, you can't see this back to front. But yeah, from Chef Dead Carl himself, he has a few recipes. So yes, please do. Source your corpses carefully. They are sustainable. It's good sustainable meat, good for the environment. So yeah. Chloe, you don't think they'd want to eat a corpse? How rude. But yes, they are actually all completely real recipes. You can use sausages for the toad or mince for the chili. if for some strange reason you don't want to source your own corpse. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you, Mr. Werewolf Dude. Yes, I am completely innocent. Yeah, Chloe, tell him it's chicken. It all apparently is what it all tastes like. So yeah. Carl's sausages are very, very difficult to source, Froggis. You have to wait a long time for the regeneration of that. Oh dear, Nikki, you just want the whole. I don't. I'm not sure where to start with that. Shall we just move on? Should we just do the seating, shall we? Thank you. Yes, thank you, shall we? And keep those fingers busy. Ruth says we're only on 5.5. Come on, you can do better than that. Literally get your fingers out of wherever they are and start tapping. You may want to disinfect your phone afterwards, but that's none of my business. You decide to have a closer look at the rows of seats. They're covered in so much discarded rubbish you hope you'll find something useful. But after endless sweet wrappers, crisp packets and coffee cups, you're about to give up. Alonzi! We're all fine. Ish. You sit down next to a tatty and torn magazine, but your heart stops as you realise it's a badly mistreated copy of Luxury Shed Weekly. Not only that, it's the New Year edition, highlighting all the exciting luxury shed trend predictions for 2024. You excitedly flick through, even though the magazine is falling apart. The colour predictions are a bit dull for your tastes, but the new hinges are beautifully... fuck. Yeah, the new hinges are beautifully fuck. And then there's the finial centerfold. What a feast for the eyes and the soul. But as you flick through, a loose piece of paper falls to the floor. You reach down to pick it up to discover it has Yeehaw! I used the volume of my Yeehaw to make up for the lateness. It was supposed to be beautifully exotic, is what it was supposed to be. Anyway, but as you flick through, a loose piece of paper falls to the floor. You reach down to pick it up and discover it has 2 numbers scribbled on it. 6 and 8. It looks like the numbers are significant. You decide to pop the magazine in your pocket, hoping you can finish reading it. Oh! Hoping you can finish reading it later. But now it's time to search somewhere else. Porter, I'm confused. Why did you just say mute? Have I missed something? Anyway, yes, we have a code. No one remembers where we've got to use it. I'm sure I don't. But anyway, Apple user, am I sure it's not just a badly written 9? I'm sure. Yeah, we kick in 2024 off with 6868. Yeah. Yeah, keep you on your toes. Yeah. Anyway, Mr. Welsh, would you like to use the code on the exit door? I believe we need a key for the exit door, but we can use the code on the bar. Yeah. And actress, you've chosen a treasure box. Yes, when it counts down, it'll dish out its coins. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, thank you very much. Right. So yes, let's use the coins. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, thank you very much. Right. So yes, let's use the will be posted on on YouTube. That's the word I was after. This will be posted on YouTube tomorrow morning sometime, so you can catch up, because I know you'll want to know how we all die at the end. So, Mr. Earldude, yes, you can indeed use the code on the bar. Let's do that. Now that you have a 4-digit code, you type the numbers into the keypad next to the door marked bar. The keypad beeps and you push open the unlocked door. Maybe the fumes from the booze and the perfume you dropped on the snake have affected your senses, but you find yourself looking around the strangest bar you've ever seen. It looks like something straight out of a haunted house movie, and whoever decided on this had never heard the phrase that less is more. Covered in cobwebs and half-melted candles is a grand fireplace. Oh, Alonzi! Oh, I was worried I'd missed that. Covered in cobwebs and half-melted candles is a grand fireplace, and next to it is a large taxidermy bear, while on the wall is a giant and unnerving portrait of a green... Yeehaw! No, a giant and unnerving portrait of a green plushie with a disturbingly murderous expression. And you think you recognise the barman. Poor Carl, poor dead Carl, poor tasty dead Carl. You suppose it's time to get started. We have many choices now. Many choices. You can look at Dead Carl Bear, the portrait, or the fireplace. Farewell, Chloe. I hope you enjoy your nap. So, Dead Carl Bear, portrait or fireplace? Those are your choices. We'll probably forget. I'm going to let the human take a sip while, since Chloe's taking a nap, I think we'll answer in the comments whether you want to look at Dead Carl Bear, fireplace or portrait. I mean, let's be honest, we're going to look at them all, aren't we? Aren't we? Apple user, thank you for my 2024. Yeehaw! Human is now going to take a sip. Froggies, I don't know what will happen if you ever get that right. I can only think the human will choke to death. If you do ever time it perfectly so that she's mid-sip. And then you will be able to say, yes, I was on that live when that TikToker died. So, Mr. Well-Dude, you'd like to check out Carl and you'd like him to have a thingy to open Bear, would you? Human, New Year, old escape room. Human, I think we need to change these up a bit. We're getting predictable. Mr. Werewolf Dude, since you asked so nicely, let's do that. You decide to take a closer look at dead Carl with your teeth. You decide to get on with searching him for anything useful as your tummy rumbles. It's clearly impatient to get stuck in. Alonzi! Oh, I've gotten all melodic. So you have a chew on an ear as you check dead Carl's pockets. Sadly, they're empty. But you do notice a small kitchen knife gripped in one of dead Carl's hands. You accidentally break a couple of fingers off as you... Sorry, human? Human, did you just try and use me to cover your mouth while you coughed? You saw that, right? My goodness. Where did we get to? Right, you accidentally break a couple of fingers off as you try to prise the knife free, but it seems something of a happy accident and you pop them in your pocket as a snack for later. You're sure the knife will come in handy later too. You're just happy you actually found one. But for now, you use it to help yourself to a couple of generous rashers of buttock bacon before resuming your efforts to get out of here. Right, so yes, Mr. Werewolf Dude will now trot over to Bear. Yes, yay, an actual knife. You take the small kitchen knife and slice Bear open with surgical precision. Immediately something falls to the floor. You look down to see a playing card, the Two of Hearts. Another playing card, Alonzi! How strange. Yes, you found a knife and buttock bacon, and now you found another playing card. So you have 3 playing cards now. So now your choice is fireplace or portrait. I must say, we're actually doing very well, everybody. You are doing very well. Very well. It's the human who isn't. Mr. Werewolf, would you like to look at the painting? Let's look at the painting. Apple user, we need the Alonzi sticker. We do. Okay, human, make note. We'll have that for next week. I think we've still got a Christmas one in there, so that can be replaced. Okay, we'll have an Alonzi sticker, right. And we're going to have a look at the portrait. You decide to take a closer look at the portrait. It stands slightly taller than you and looks like it needs a good clean. You stare into the eyes of the creepy plushie. You feel like it's draining life from you. You look away quickly, convinced it's just your imagination. It's not even that convincing a painting. You try to take the painting down, but you can't. It seems stuck to the wall itself. You suppose you're not surprised. It's probably something to do with health and safety, and they don't want their customers being squished by a creepy painting that's been knocked off the wall. Yeehaw! But as you turn away to explore the rest of the room, you notice something on the wall next to it, hidden amongst the cobwebs. It's a keypad. It only has 4 buttons, each corresponding to a different playing card suit. A heart, a diamond, a club and a spade. You're not sure what it does, but you'll need a 4-digit code to help you. So, that only leaves the fireplace, everybody. Please do forgive the human for coughing straight into the microphone that time. At least she wasn't coughing into my fur. Apple user for once the human listens. She hasn't actually done it yet, has she? Has she? Yeah. So, fireplace. You may check the fireplace, Mr. Werewolf Dude. You decide to investigate the fireplace. You brush away the cobwebs and move the candles. It's not a very interesting fireplace, but that doesn't stop you exploring, and you reach your hand where the chimney should be to discover it's not a functional fireplace at all. It was clearly meant to look good rather than actually work, but you're not sure it succeeded. You move your hand away again, but as you do, something catches in your sleeve. You see that you've dislodged something. A playing card. It's the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Spades. You resist the urge for a little air guitar and instead put the card in your pocket. The fireplace doesn't have any more surprises. So, guys, we're on the home straight. Yeah. I think we used up all matches. That's how Noodles got annihilated. Yeah. I mean, there's all this bar here. We haven't had a single sip yet. It's shocking, isn't it? Yes, Frog, yeah. I mean, there's all this bar here. We haven't had a single sip yet. It's shocking, isn't it? Yes, Frog suits to the numbers. Yes. So, finished, everyone. This is unprecedented. You see how well you've done? 5 o'clock and we're actually about to choose our ending. Realising the playing cards are actually the code for the portrait keypad, you tap in the code, which was Spade Heart Heart Club if anyone was interested. Probably not, because I don't even remember, so, you know, and I wrote it. To your surprise, the giant portrait swings away from the wall. You pull it open. Hello, Rowan, by the way, you love me. Why, thank you. I am amazing. And modest. To your surprise, the giant portrait swings away from the wall. You pull it open to discover a staircase leading down. You have a bad feeling about this, but you also don't have any other options. Sorry, Lonzi! Wall. You pull it open to discover a staircase leading down. You have a bad feeling about this, but you also don't have any other options. Sorry, Lonzi! Let's go down the stairs. The stairwell is dark, and your footsteps echo wearily on the metal staircase. At the bottom of the staircase is a door. Your hand rests on the handle as you wonder whether to open it. But you don't have much of a choice, so you push the handle and step through the door to find yourself in a large, empty room. In the dim light, you can see a glowing exit sign above a door across the other side of the room. You walk over to it, hoping it isn't locked, but as you hurry across the room, you notice another large portrait of the distressed plushie hanging on the wall. One distressed plushie hanging on the wall. Anyway, you pause, apparently hypnotised by the cursed plushie's gaze before you're finally able to look away. Part of you knows you should just head to the exit and get out of here as quick as possible. But the portrait is terrifyingly compelling. So do you walk out the door? Or do you stop and admire the painting? Door or painting, that is your choice for your ending. Door or painting. Bum, bum, Ba! Door or painting? Careful, Emma. You summon them. You summon them. Ah! Anyway, the choice is door or painting. These will be your endings. I'm going to let the human take a sip while everybody decides. Oh, it looks like painting. You all want to look at the painting. Right, human's going to take a sip. Kyle, you think Zelo is misunderstood? Like that. Oh, Alonzi! Alonzi. Right, it looks like painting is won, hands down. Everybody wants to gaze adoringly at Zelo. I nearly called them Zula. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how delighted Zula would be? Right. So, oh, Ruth, you keep seeing the human's forehead. Silly human. Right, everybody. I'm going to say, hiya, buddy, back to Kitty Cat Cat. Oh, that's quite fun to say. Anyway, we've reached the ending. Will it be a brutal demise or a less brutal demise? Who knows? Kyle, how did Zelo come about? The crystallized hatred of the whole galaxy. In real life, Zelo came about because the human tried to make a plushie of Zula, and this is the abomination that resulted. So, we're going to look at the portrait. Let's see if we live or die. I know what the smart money is on. You decide to take a closer look at the painting. It seems so odd that you think you can spare a few minutes to check it out. You're probably going to die as soon as you walk out the door anyway. You glance around the edges of the painting at the grand frame, and then you look for the artist's signature, but you don't find one. You're just making sure you've seen as much as you can before you risk looking the plushie in the eye. But despite your best efforts, eye contact with the cursed plushie in the painting is unavoidable, and you find yourselves hypnotized once more. Humans' coordination is so bad that Alonzi, that I can't read and have her hold Zelo in front of the screen at the same time. How about we do that? Can we cope with this? It looks like I'm doing something terrible to Zelo, but I promise you, Alonzi! Right. Well, I mean, it's spoiled the atmosphere somewhat, hasn't it? Hello, look, I sound like I'm from Essex. I'm not from Essex. Don't you think I sound posher than that? Come on. Luke, why are you spelling my name with a Z? With a Z? What's a Z? Does Zelo need a touch? Zelo needs more than that. Right. Where was I? Despite your best efforts, eye contact with the cursed plushie. Essex is posh. Marcus, I think we know where you are now. Despite your best efforts, eye contact with the cursed plushie. Essex is posh. Marcus, I think we know where you are now. Despite your best efforts, eye contact with the cursed plushie in the painting is unavoidable, and you find yourself hypnotized once more. You're just beginning to think this will be how you die this week, slowly wasting away as you're unable to tear your gaze away from the portrait. When you hear a noise from behind you and turn around instantly, to your surprise, you see the plushie from the painting across the other side of the gloomy room, staring at you. You look around the room wondering who placed the plushie there, but there's nowhere to hide. You are alone. You glance back at the plushie, shocked to discover it's moved again. It's now closer than it was. This is as good as special effects get. Again, you glance around the room, turning and looking behind you, panicking that an unknown assailant will attack you at any moment. But again, you look back at the plushie, and again it has moved towards you. You decide you're done with these games, and choose to take your chances running to the exit door. Your hand barely touches the handle before you feel a sudden sharp pain. Yee-haw! Before you feel a sudden sharp pain in your back, you fall to the floor, confused. You find yourself laying on a cold, hard floor, certain you won't be waking up again, as a small plushie shuffles onto your chest with a small blood-soaked knife in its hand. With your last few breaths, all you can do is stare at this strange creature. It is indeed cursed, and you wonder if you are too. But you don't wonder for long, because you're dead. So, yes, Kaluna, don't even blink. So, very special appearance here from Zelo, who has done absolutely faultless acting. Don't worry about your antenna, Zelo. It's your age. It happens as you get older. Alonzi! Right. So would we like to hear the second ending? Because we're not necessarily going to die with that. So that was for everybody who chose to stay and look at the painting. Are you going to stick around, Zelo? Yeah, why not? So this is for everybody who just decided to run for the door. Will they live? Probably not. So they need something. Other medication is available. Right. So this is for everybody who decided to head for the door. You've seen enough of the cursed plushy painting, so you decide to head for the exit. You're relieved to turn the handle and find the door unlocked. You step out the door to find yourself in the middle of a rather quiet airfield. You start to think that the whole airport has long been abandoned when you hear the sound of a plane in the distance. You look up to see a small light aircraft flying in your direction. You suppose it makes sense. Small airport, small planes. You set off to try and find a way onto a main road and get home, but you can't help notice the plane is still heading towards you. You change direction, and the plane does the same thing. Alonzi! Never mind. Thank you. Good evening, Shane. Thinking that it must be a coincidence, you continue on your way, but you start to get alarmed as you realise the plane is still heading towards you, and it's getting lower. You begin running, looking around for a field of corn to hide in like in a suave, sophisticated movie, but the plane continues its pursuit. You risk looking behind you and see the plane is almost right on top of you. You wonder if it's trying to crash into you. But you don't have to wonder for long. Time seems to slow down, but it only prolongs your agony. The plane hits the ground right behind you, engulfing you in a flaming fireball. You go from rare to well done in a... Well done, Froggies. You go from rare to well done in a split second. Now you know how that snake felt. So there we go. You got murdered by a cursed plushie, and you died in a flaming inferno of a plane crash. I'd say that's a very successful Sunday, wouldn't you? Right, get out of the way. Zelo, you're hogging my limelight. I don't like it. Sit over there. Oh, I don't like Zelo behind me. It makes me nervous. Oh, hello, human. Don't worry, human. One day you'll get to grips with this whole camera thing. Just not today. Dear, oh dear, human. Dear, oh dear. Zelo's a bit too relaxed, don't you think? I don't know. Anyway, everybody, I think we've achieved that in record time. Yeehaw! So, very well done, everybody. I would say we made it, but we obviously didn't make it. We finished it. We just didn't survive. We escaped. We're just dead now, twice. But anyway, would you believe, Apple user, she didn't. She decided to start talking about an airport anyway. And then she couldn't think of an ending. And then she did see the news and she thought, oh my God, well, that's fate, isn't it? So yes, when she started, she didn't know about that, but it inspired the ending. So everyone, I think it's probably time for me to sign off. My goodness. So I'm going to thank you all for joining me. And I'm going to thank you all for the likes because we've got up to 13,000. Thank you, everybody. You've done very, very well. I'm going to say nighty-night, Mutu, night-night. Oh, Mark, hello and goodbye. Oh, you'll have to join us again next week, won't you? So, and I'm going to thank you for joining me. So everybody, thank you very much. Human. You were going to try and scare me with Zelo, weren't you? I saw you. Skip, who is hosting the sub live tomorrow? Yes, there will be a sub only live this time tomorrow. Well, you know, usual time, tomorrow afternoon. So please do subscribe. Kure is hosting. So who knows what will happen. Mark, I do need to train the human. I've tried bribery. I think I'll have to try harsh discipline next. Ruth, might be an idea to put a warning for the language, really. Is next Saturday. Ruth, might be an idea to put a warning for the language, really. Is next Saturday. Next Sunday is also Kure. Yes, Kure will be. Oh fuck, yeah, Kure is going to be hosting my escape room next week. Oh. Right, well, I won't see you next week. Kure will. Yeah, we've got a lot of Kure next week. She's gone from not doing anything to doing everything. It will end in tears, I tell you. So, yes, Kure next week, but it will be Zula on Saturday because I don't think we'll reach our sub goal before then. So, I'm going to say farewell to everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, Froggies. The human still lives. For now. Yeah, we might not have a live next week if Kuro gets up to her old tricks, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure we've all learnt a lesson. We're different people than we were a week ago, aren't we? Kyle Zelo didn't just move. Or did they? Right, I'm going to go and keep an eye on Zelo, but thank you everybody for joining me. Yeah, no mythology and no human. Everyone's trying to steal my live. And yeehaw! I can't think of a better ending than that. So, everybody, thank you so much. Have a most amazing week. Here comes the finger of doom, I'm afraid. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Have a fabulous week, even though it's grotty old January. Alonzi! And I will bid you farewell. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely week. Farewell!